Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a beautiful Wednesday. Couple things right when we get started. Get excited. It's Wednesday. It's almost Valentine's Day for all you lovers. Hopefully, you have a Valentine. If not, just love yourself. Me, myself, and I have a beautiful love of my life. She's great. So I just want to get you all excited because we're almost there to a 3-day weekend. Um, Couple things before we get started in this. Don't forget, if you haven't done your STAR test, you're going to need to do your STAR test. Friday, we have a test over exponents, radicals, and this. And of course, I'll post a review before you take the test on Friday. Very important that you do the test. Very important that you do the STAR test, the practice STAR test. Very important that we take care of all these things. And I promise, if you're on it and you're doing everything, you will be okay and pass the third quarter. Very important to pass because, of course, you don't want to see me next year. So, let's get started. All right. So, today we're adding and subtracting. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're adding and subtracting. We're going back to basics. The only thing is, it looks a little different when we're adding and subtracting. So, identify whether you are adding or subtracting from left to right. So, we're going to be seeing these polynomials, these things in the parentheses, or by themselves. And of course, they either have the add or subtract sign. After that, you got to identify like terms. Remember, we're only adding the people that are the correct partners. And then watch out for the exponents. For this topic, you're not changing anything with the exponents. I know before we were playing with the exponents. Here, we're not playing with the exponents. So don't touch those little numbers. Leave them alone. And of course, let's have some fun. Some two examples. Of course, right here, I'm saying add and add. How do I know that we're adding? Well, of course, there's addition signs all over the place. But what you got to look out for is this little plus sign in the middle. This little plus sign in the middle. That is telling me that we are adding. Since we are adding, let's take care of business. Let's make sure we know who are my correct partners. But check it out. I promise for these whole topics, well, actually, it's supposed to be for the rest of the school year. Your highest degree is 2, which is exponent 2. So you only see 3 people. Of course, you see 2 people right here, 2 people right here, 2 people right here. But look, let's check it out. So since I see 2 people right here, I want to make sure that I add the correct 2 people together. So first I'm going to say, okay, we're adding. I'm going to circle it. And then I'm going to make my own little box, column type of deal. So I'm going to put the first thing 2u, and then plus 7. And then right here, just draw a line in between it. So I know, okay, I'm going to be adding these guys, and then I'll be adding these guys. Who's going with you from this other one? The only one with you, which is 7u. The other side, the plus 7. And now we add 2 plus 7, boom, 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 9u. 7 plus 7, boom, 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 plus 14. And there's my answer. Yes, you need to keep the signs because if in case it's a negative or a minus sign, that tells you, okay, it'll be 7 plus negative 7 or such and such and such. Okay, so very important that we keep the signs. I got some bad examples because I didn't get anything with minus signs, so that's my fault. Hopefully we have some downstairs. Let's do this. Okay, right here we know we're adding, so I'm just going to put the plus sign. I know we're adding. After that, I'm going to bring out this guy up top. 8p squared plus p. Real quick before we move on, what's the number in front of p? Imaginary 1, boom, 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 and then plus 3. And of course, you can call them borders. I just like to say, okay, it's just aligning my stuff correctly. 1p and positive 3. And then we make sure we put the next polynomial in the correct spot. Where does 6p go? Does it go with the p squared? The P or the 3? Well, 6P is just a P by itself, so I need to make sure I put the correct number with the 1P. So I'm going to put 6P. Where does this plus 7 go? Does it go with a P square? No, it doesn't have a P square with it. Does it go with the P's? No, it doesn't have a P with it. It just goes with the regular number. And then we add a cross. Sir, but what about this empty spot right here? Well, since it's empty, since there's no partners, I can just definitely put a 0. Oops, I don't like that 0. Imaginary 0. Difference between the 0 right here and the 1 over here is this does exist because we have a P. Right here, there's nothing at all, so that's just a non-existent number, okay? Very important to remember to put that 0 there, because if it's on top, it's going to come out later, I promise. 8 plus 0, 8P squared. 1 plus 6, positive 1 finger plus 6 fingers, 7P. 3 plus 7, 3 fingers plus 7 fingers, 10 fingers. Boom. And that's it. Please, again, if you need a pause, rewind, watch, go for it. No issue. If you need to come to the tutoring, you already have this video at 9 o'clock. I'm going to get better at doing that, so you can come for tutoring at 10 o'clock if you need to. Let's do it. Pause if you need to look at some more. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Here we go. Of course, it says subtract. How do I know it's subtracting? Minus sign in the middle. Minus sign in the middle. Let's do the larger one first. Oh man, I did mess up because all of them are positive signs. That's my fault, ladies and gentlemen. That's my fault. All right, here we go. Let's do the first polynomial. First, I know it's subtracting. We got 2m squared plus 9m plus 5. I'm going to put little things to let me know who's with who. Or should I put 2m squared? The only person with an m squared, which is right here, so I put 2m squared. 8m goes with the m's, which is a 9m, so I'm going to put plus 8m. Where does that plus 3 go? The only spot left, plus 3. All right, here we go. 2 minus 2, if you're using the calculator, if I have my 2 fingers, take away, that's 0. M squared. 9 minus 8, positive 1m. 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3 fingers is 2, positive 2. This is my answer, but we don't need the 0, so then it would just be m plus 2. Nice. Love it. Let's keep going. Dang, I'm a little disappointed, but we're okay. No worries. No worries. Again, right here, we're subtracting, so I put the minus sign. I'm going to put the first polynomial first. 5h squared plus 7h plus 7. Put my little lines to make sure I know who goes where. Where does the 4h squared go? The only place with an h squared, so I'm going to put 4h squared. Where does the 2h go? The only place with an h, plus 2h. I don't have any more numbers, so what goes right here? A 0. All right. 5 minus 4, 5 fingers minus 4, that gives me 1. 7 minus 2, 7 fingers minus 2, gives me positive 5. H. And then 7 fingers minus no fingers stays with 7 positive. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Very good, very good. And then we continue. Next part is about perimeter. Now, perimeter is the same concept, except it's with making sure that we know it's adding all the sides. You should have learned that at elementary school. Just kidding. I don't know of elementary, but of course, you should have learned it before coming here. So right here, we can just get all the sides and then add them correctly. Check it out. You could do one or two things. You could line them up, or you can just say, okay, I know all of them are two partners. Perimeter means add. So we can just do the adding. So I got adding right here. Gracias, ma'am. I'm going to put x plus 9. What goes in front of the x? Boom, 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 boom. Don't forget to put the beautiful line. So I did this one. Next one. We did this one. Next one, x plus 9. X goes with x's. Also a 9. And then my last one, we did this one. X minus 1. There you go. Like the minus sign right there. X. And then minus 1. And now we get to solve. All right. So we got 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1. 3x. Right here, since we do have 3 numbers, it's okay. You can put it all together in the calculator. If I were you, I wouldn't mind at all. Put 9 plus 9 plus negative 1. Looks something like this. 9 plus 9 plus negative 1. Nine plus 9 plus negative 1. You should get a positive 17. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Hopefully you're getting, we're just adding and subtracting, just making sure we know who we're adding correctly and who we're subtracting correctly. Last one, positive you need to. Again, it's talking about perimeter. Make sure you know perimeter means we're adding all the sides. And let's do it. Adding. I'm going to take the top guy first. 5b minus 8. Split it up. So we did that one. Next one, let's do this. B minus 1. B goes on this side. What goes in front of the B? Imaginary 1. Minus 1 goes on this side. Next one. 6b minus 10. 6b goes with the b's. Minus 10 goes with the other minus numbers. And the last one, 1. Just a regular 1. Doesn't go with the b's, but goes with the 1. You could put imaginary 0b if you want, but that's not necessary, but we can put it anyways. 0b. All right. And now we add 5 plus 1 plus 6 plus 0. 5 plus 1 plus 6 plus 0. Somebody hook it up. Calculator real quick. Should get a 12. Oops. B. Other side over here too. We got negative 8 plus negative 1 plus negative 10 plus 1. Negative 8 plus negative 1 plus negative 10 plus positive 1. You should get, let me check it out, boom, 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 boom. Negative 18. And that's it. Very cool. Like I said, if you need some help on a refresher on the notes, come by tutorials at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll be there. Hey, don't be afraid. I'm easy to talk to, very nice and simple. No worries at all. Let's look at the quiz real quick. Pause it if you need to. Boom. Okay, here we go, here we go. February 10th. Boom, boom, boom. All right, this is pretty cool. I kind of had a little fun with this. I put all these in different arrangements to make sure, hey, when I write this out, I put these guys in the right spot, but then you put it in the correct order, starting with the r squared and so on, okay? And just watch out right here. Am I adding or subtracting? Boom. Right there, straightforward. Next one. Okay, this one's a little bit more difficult. Just a little bit. There's a bunch of them. Hey, don't worry 1 second. If I were you, make sure you know, okay, I'm adding right here, and then I'm subtracting over here. So if I were you, I'd do this part first and then this part last. So you add these together, plus the 9 at the end. After you get all of this together, whatever your answer is, then you subtract that way. Okay? So find your answer right here after that plus 9, and then do that part. Don't get confused because it is a long problem, but I promise this is all addition. Should be okay. Awesome problem. So you got two stores. The question is asking which expression represents a combined inventory of the two stores. Hopefully you know what combined means. Put them together. I'm not going to tell you if that's adding or subtracting, but it's combining. Look it up, Google. What does combined mean? And then you go from there. And the last problem, perimeter. We just talked about it in the previous, I'm not the previous, but in the last part of the notes. Perimeter means something. If you need to go back in this video, find out what perimeter means, take care of the problem. But I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It should be pretty straightforward. Please let me know if you have any questions. I have no problem helping you. Please be prepared, pencil, paper, and your questions if you decide to come to tutorials. Awesome. You all have a terrific day. Test on Friday. Make sure you do the STAR practice test. Thank you.